It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're going to see Mark Andrews, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Ravens and the Steelers.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. Off we go from the Steel City. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
If there was one thing that was clear right off the jump from our meeting last week, Mike, it was the fact that he shouldered almost all of the blame for last week's loss on himself. Remember what he called his 2 interceptions. He said those are inexcusable. But when you go back and really study the tape, not everything was his fault. Protection at times, spotty. The separation downfield of some of his playmakers, very inconsistent. And truthfully, I didn't love all of the play calls. They're going to have to be better as an entire offense for him to play better at the quarterback position.
Back to throw. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Quickly, they get it into the hands of Williams.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one caught downfield by Flowers. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. In motion comes Andrews. Back to the air one more time. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. In motion comes Andrews. They'll look to throw again. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Henry tries to bull his way in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's brought in right side by Pickens. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On the give, here's Henry. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back to the Steel City after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now. They're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands gets to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down. Back to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the Ravens' 11-yard line.
He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. That one taken in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Hardy now with the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Ravens offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. Flowers with the catch. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll get this up to the 44. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. 3rd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A run. Here's Harris. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Harris. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? A throw on the move is caught. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw. Taken in. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
In motion comes Andrews. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he'll be taken down. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Extra point try now for Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 28-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Jacoby Brissett, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Christian Watson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Hardy now with the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to Flowers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. We'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Minka Fitzpatrick. The strong defense there, able to break that one up. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
It is brought in the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Steelers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. That's Washington, the man in motion. Back to throw. This one complete to Washington. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. On the ground, this is Harris. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Austin brought in motion. They'll look to throw. He's going to run it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn it.
That one, take it in. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers draw closer here. It's 21-14. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He finds Likely, his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. He'll get this out to the left flat. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Henry. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of balls. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40.
Let's go now.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. A give, and here comes Harris. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A pass taken in by Harris. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. In motion comes Andrews. Throwing now on 1st and 10. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send the tight end in motion. He'll get that complete to Hardy. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On the handoff, it's Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes. First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Back to the air one more time. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's Washington, the man in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw yet again. Off he goes. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. They put Pickens in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, there's nothing like a quarterback who can take a play that's not in the playbook and bring it to life and bring it to the end zone for a touchdown.
These are the most difficult plays for a defense to defend because you think you do everything right. You have all the receivers covered. You're able to force the quarterback off his initial spot, but sometimes you just can't teach athlete, Mike. And in this case, he said, all right, there's nowhere to go with the ball. I'm just going to tuck it and do it myself.
A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Bateman. Here is 2nd and 7. In motion comes Andrews. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. Here's Henry. That would qualify as an angry run. Powering his way forward. A pickup of 7. In motion comes Andrews. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. He'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. So out comes a guy who's been here before. Big spot for Justin Tucker. This to force overtime. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's got to have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Here we go. One final play. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Hardy now with the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Going to go right back to Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. This drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Certain guys just have a knack for finding the ball. In a lot of ways, Mike, you can't even really coach it. We've seen him do it all throughout this game today. Fumble recovery, sack. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his hand on another one and comes down with a pick.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A gain there of 17. On the give, it's Harris. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. A pass taken in by Harris. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This one to win it in overtime. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.